Well, it's been a long time since I've made a video, but long story short, I still am working on cars. I just got a little bit sidetracked by this thing. And maybe I'll do a description of what I've been doing. But in the meantime, I'm trying to mount up new tires for this because I scored some super bitchin' wheels for it. And they happen to be 16.5s. And they are a pain in the butt to mount, so see how that goes. So these are my super sexy new wheels that I just scored. Western Mag bullet wheels. And because they're mag wheels, they take a 5/8 diameter valve stem, which is this bolt together style, and a standard, which is like 0.435 or something like that. Just kind of, oopsies, wobbles around, doesn't fit. So I'm gonna bolt these in and set a tire on there and go to the next step. I'm super ghetto, so I'm using furniture polish as wheel lube. So works pretty good. Stays moist. These tires are 37, 12, 50, 16.5 military tires. Oh Lord, they're heavy. They're like 80 pounds a piece, 86 pounds a piece. And I believe they're from Felt's tires. I'll just put a link to that when I edit this video, but they are very heavy. They were on sale for $112 a piece plus shipping and handling, so on my doorstep they ended up being $770 for the entire set, which for a 37-inch tire with 90% plus tread depth, that is a phenomenal deal. If you live somewhere near a military base, you could probably get them for a lot cheaper, but I don't. So, yeah, unfortunately I had to buy them from somebody else. And they're fun to mount. If you don't have a tire mining machine, go pay somebody because they're kind of a pain in the butt. So hopefully this works better than the first time, but I'm going to use starting fluid, which has been done a million times, and hopefully this one goes pretty well because I flopped the other one a little bit. Alright, let's see how this goes. Yeah! Haha! And you gotta get air in this thing almost immediately, otherwise it'll slide back down the rim because the 16.5s have a different style lip. I can't remember what it's called, but it has something to do with safety, which who needs that? That's just for commoners. That one went pretty well. In the past, I've had these where they just smolder and they don't explode like that. And so sometimes you have to kick the tread or kick it and it gives a little burst of air, which allows the starting fluid to breathe and really explode on there. But I'm pretty excited about these. Some guy had these exact same wheels fully restored on eBay for $1,500 plus $300 shipping and handling, and there was like 30 people watching them. And I happened to stumble across these from some cool dude out in Georgia. $500 for the whole set delivered. So super stoked. And yeah, guess now that I've got enough air on there to hold them on the bead, I can do a little bit of a walk around on my truck. So these are the Western Bullet style mag wheels. Haven't made them in a long time. Wheels are made in USA. And these are the tires with 90% plus tread. And I'm going to replace these stupid all black Pacific Northwest edition wheels that you find on every single truck, because here in Oregon, as soon as you buy a truck, you have to go down to the dealership and put a lift kit and black wheels on your truck. So when the guy went down to the dealership and bought this truck exactly as you see it here, took it down to Les Schwab, paid way too much money because Les Schwab sucks. And no, I'm just teasing. I bought these on Facebook Marketplace for like $300 for the set. But anyways, this is my red truck. I've been doing a lot of work on it. Let me turn off this fan so that you can hear me talk. Anyways, I had originally put a turbo on it and it was basically all for looks, but now I have the core support. I had to take a plasma cutter, cut it all out in order to fit my intercooler, which I painted black so it would blend in so you can't tell that it's got a turbo on it. And I remade my radiator mounts, which look pretty ghetto but hold it fairly solid. And I cut holes in my inner fender well with a big old hole saw to run my intercooler piping, which now runs inside of the fender well. I don't know if you can see it or not. Up there. Oh, there it is. And maybe I'll make some sort of close-out panel there with rubber or something. Not sure. And then that took me way longer than I'd like to admit. And now I've been going through and fixing little stuff like my headlight. Passenger headlight was pretty dim, and it ended up that one of the spade clips inside this little plastic holder was broken, so I got that fixed. My horns didn't work because I had a broken ground strap, and got a couple of running issues that I'll have to address. I'm kind of working on researching them. And then these old cars are kind of deceiving. There is a ton of room vertically, and maybe kind of a ton of room side to side, but front to back, I don't know if you can see, but my intercooler is basically touching my radiator. And then my electric fans are about 3/4 of an inch away from the fans. So it is very tight. I had to make a custom upper radiator hose, and I don't know if you can see it, but I have a custom 3-piece lower radiator hose, so hopefully that works. And then I've got my reference line to my wastegate. I put on a Trailblazer Super Sport new body style intake manifold and Holley Sniper 92mm throttle body. And in Holley's infinite wisdom, it doesn't take the factory truck idle air control motor, which I think is part of my drivability issues, and so it takes an older Chevy IAC, or it takes a Chrysler idle air control, and then when you put in the Chrysler one, you have to repin this 4-pin connector, so you have to swap 2 of these wires. Again, there's no room here, so this is coming straight out of the intercooler. Has kind of an unfortunate funky bend in it. When I have this thing tuned on the dyno, I'm going to get rid of the mass airflow sensor. And then the other issue that I'm running into is I'm going to have to, this hood support I'm gonna have to put a little jog in it to clear my intercooler piping, to try to keep my airflow as smooth as possible. Otherwise, I'd have some really tight bends, even tighter. So, other things I'm doing while the truck is in here is I'm fixing the windshield wipers. Mounted an emergency brake, which I've never had before, and I'm fixing heater, some defrost tubes. I only had one of them on the driver's side. I never had one going to the passenger side, so hopefully I'll wrap up that sometime. This is Christmas break, so I'm about to have 11 days off, so hopefully I'll get some stuff done. And then hopefully I'll get the new shoes on Scarlett here. That's her name. Anyways, the Camaro will be back in the garage hopefully in the next month. My dad's coming to town, so hopefully he can help me fix some of these loose ends on the truck, and we can get the truck out of the garage and get the Camaro back in here and run on that, or start working on that. So anyways, I still work on cars. I'm still alive. Still working at almost midnight. And let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, and I'm getting rid of the old crappy halogen headlights and putting in these super awesome truck light. Actually, they're made by Rigid now. I think they got bought out, but they're LED. They kind of look factory-ish, but they've got a polycarbonate lens with... come on. Come on, you piece of crap. Polycarbonate lens with a heating element that automatically starts to warm up as soon as it gets below, I think, 40 degrees. So that is a eBay score that's been sitting on the shelf for probably 3 years. So anyways, that's what I'm working on. So yeah, can't promise that I'll make a ton more videos because it's just kind of a pain in the ass, and I have a lot of respect for people that take the time to set up videos or video cameras and videotape and edit everything. I just don't have that kind of time. Barely have time to work on my stuff and have fun doing it. So that's the update. Thanks for watching.